Sitting in the cedar shack. Yeah, beautiful calm morning. Got a nice camera here and a tripod set up. Check this out. It's perfect. No memory card. It's not gonna work. So thanks to our sponsor, Apple iOS, iPhone 25 Triple G extra large. I got this on camera. Looking to see a moose today, maybe a buck. A deer would be cool, but we'll see. It's our first morning sit. I really haven't hunted as much as I wanted to. Spent the whole day yesterday pretty much just waiting, or helping the first camp leave and waiting for the second camp, and then helping everybody get in camp. So I really only got to hunt from 4:30 to like 5:45. I think it's last night. Sitting in a stand we call the Wolf. We got a feeder here, and we came and filled it during our bear camp. I got a lot of action, and then even before we put the corn up in the feeder, I was getting deer on the camera. And since the feeders ran out, I've been getting deer on the camera. So this could be a spot where deer come through. The big buck that we're after is only daylighted on one camera, which was at our China Hutch stand. And then there's been a couple other pretty good bucks, decent bucks for UP anyway, that are up here, but they haven't daylighted. Like, I'm on the north side of the property now, and the neighboring property's to the west. And then where I put my camera, it's on our property, but the same property that is to the west of me is to the north of our property. So I'm gonna head there. I'm gonna check that camera. I won't check it unless I see footprints in front of it, but I would like to see it. There's a big heavy trail over there, and on that heavy trail there's 4 or 5 scrapes, and there's like tons of rubs, and I mean trees are broken in half, and I'm assuming it's the bigger buck that we're after. Hopefully, he's out here somewhere still. I don't know. Obviously the first camp didn't get him. They didn't get any deer. But there are other people out here hunting. There was a good buck on the camera on the 16th. So after, Tuesday, basically. Yeah. So the night I got here, or the night I started driving up, there was a buck on the camera. Both bucks, the last time they were on the camera, they walked north up that trail. So if I do see that there's been recent activity there, I might hunt there tonight with my one stick and saddle. I'm currently in a stand. It's a double stand that Ryan brought, but it's not in real good condition. It's a little shaky. So I'm attached with I have my saddle on like I do at home. And I'm attached with my tether, so I like to do it like that, and it just keeps me extra safe. We have cameras set up all over this property with the hopes that if we see that buck, we can figure out where he's coming from and then try to go be a little more aggressive and get on him. So I walked the entire perimeter of that logging property. No tracks at all. And then I went halfway down the trail, a couple hundred yards from where Steve is sitting, no tracks. So they just must not have moved last night, I don't know. Or they moved somewhere else, I don't know. But I'm going to walk him back tonight. Hopefully I can find some tracks and get on something. But I'm going to head back to camp for a few minutes. And then, I don't know, I'll figure out what I'm doing when I'm going to take off. But it won't be long, it's like 11 o'clock. I want to try to start walking by like noon 30. So, it's quiet.
That's the key, Josh.
Right.
Fishing.
It ain't about what you want.
Don't pick the spoon that looks good to you.
Right.
Right now I am at the farthest southwest point of our property, but I'm on the logging property because our property's overgrown. They logged it, we think, 15 years ago. I'd have to look. He's part of Camp 1. He was convinced it was like in the 90s, but I know it was after the first time I came, which was 2005. So it's really overgrown in there. You know, there's spots where we put up stands that we, cleared out or whatever, but I think we're going to come back next summer and put in a couple more places to put stands, because there's definitely better areas. You know, we have 90 acres and we utilize barely any of it. And there's like 2 areas that we don't even touch, and it's just like we have this kind of, I want to call it a honey hole, because obviously we haven't seen a lot of deer in the last few years, but we could turn it into one, with all this logging company. They're done logging here for, I don't know, 15, 20 years probably. So, having a little property like this in the middle of all this, and it's so far back, people really don't like to go back here, and if they are legally hunting, they have to walk back here. Obviously, there's a couple guys out here that are not, but as far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong. I was told you have to walk in, but somebody else told me you're allowed to drive in before sunlight and after sunset. So that could be true. And if that's the case, then they can come all the way back here if they want. Anyway, I am set up on my saddle. I'm saddle hunting, and I'm probably just going to leave my platform here and then just take the rest of the stuff, because I guess it just depends on if I see anything or whatnot, but I like this spot really, really a lot. The neighboring property has a lot of bedding area. They logged, I think, like 8 or 10 years ago. No, they logged in like 2014 or 15, 2000, I don't know, one of the two, 2014 or 2015. I'm pretty sure it was 2015. And so they have a lot of new growth coming in too that's only, 5, 6 years old. But it's wide open here behind me. So I'm going to be sitting, and right now I'm just talking to the camera, but I'm going to be sitting facing all this open area. Hopefully I can get a shot at one. the deer have been coming into the food plot, which is about 250 yards northeast of me. But they've been coming like right right after legal hunting light. So what my hope is they travel in through this way and go up there, and there's a trail that goes directly to the food plot, or to the bait. I think I said food plot earlier, I meant bait. We have bait right up there. And so what I'm hoping is if they come in, if they're coming there right before legal hunting is over, then maybe they're in this area when legal hunting is still going on. It's just my hopes. I don't really know. I mean, they could be bedded. I mean, that's a long ways from here to there, so they could be bedded, anywhere in between where I am and where the China hutch is. So, anyway, shoot. I could probably hang it there. I'm going to eventually, right now I just wearing a hoodie, but I'll eventually get cold. I mean, it's only 2 o'clock, so being as May, I'm going to get chilly. So, anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to get my coat on. I know how to put it on, but I got to be able to get it on without taking my gun off. Or I'm going to have to figure out a place to hang my gun for a minute. Don't like that. I think I can hang it on this camera. The camera arm has a hook, but right now my backpack is hanging on that. But it also has a screw, so it has this. I think I can hang it on this screw right here. So I don't know. So Ryan's walking out now to where I hunted the other night. I was only there for an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. But he's going to get up in the tree. With a Stealth Cam Fusion X triple solar panel. Thank you to our sponsors. What a nice evening. November 19th, 2021. 3 deer sighted today. Waiting for that majestic beast to be shot.
trying to zoom in on that red squirrel, but it wouldn't work. There he's on the move. Man, it fast.
Three does just came in behind me. I had heard a sound north of me, and I had really been focusing on the east and to the north of me. And just honestly, by chance, I turned around and they were standing right there. I thought they were going to walk like right up by me because they were walking down this trail that the logging company used to get the logs out of here. They ended up turning in to go to the bait by the channel edge stand, blind. So, I think Gary is sitting there right now. If he is, so he's probably watching the does. I don't have the, Eric has a cellular trail camera there, but I'm logged into Gary's. So, I'm just going to keep it there because we have another stand with one of Gary's cameras set up on it. They were in around 97 yards. I had them on a rangefinder, about 97 yards. They kept fluctuating, but that was like right in the middle of the two numbers. It kept fluctuating back and forth too. So that's what I'm saying. They're at 97 yards. So at least we got some deer and the bucks. I saw those three when I first came here a couple days ago, but I didn't have my camera with me, so I didn't get them on camera.
So what's here tonight for you?
Soup and that. What you're eating?
Herbs and soup. Simple night.